In episode 134 for August 17th, 2020, details on new critical vulnerabilities found in Amazon Echo devices, what the end of the Privacy Shield framework means for EU citizens' personal data, and new data breach fines issued to Capital One by the FTC. In this new world of contact tracing, location-based tracking through your Bluetooth and wireless devices, and other new threats, we all need an extra something to protect our digital privacy. So now is the time to take back control of your smartphone with a Faraday sleeve from Silent Pocket. A Faraday sleeve blocks all wireless signal, so simply drop your phone into a Faraday sleeve for instant peace of mind. Visit silentpocket.com and pick one up today, and don't forget to use discount code SHAREDSECURITY to take 15% off your order.
Hi, it's Scott Wright here from ClickArmor with an early reminder that October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And don't you think it's time to put some fun and innovation into your security awareness training program? ClickArmor is the first gamified learning platform that helps build cyber herd immunity within your organization. Our innovative gamified learning challenges and exercises are perfect for helping people experience real-life risks and helping you measure your own team's vulnerability and proficiency. Whether you need to quickly deploy a training solution that gets people to stop clicking on things, or you have your own boring content that just needs to be put into a more interesting user experience, ClickArmor can help. So please go to clickarmor.ca/sharedsecurity to find out how you can build cyber herd immunity in your organization.
Just a quick announcement to let you know to check out our August monthly show that we'll be recording soon, where we'll be starting a new monthly series on targeted attacks. In this first episode, we'll be covering some of the most common open source intelligence techniques that attackers use to hack individuals and corporations, including a live demo of some of these techniques. This is one episode you don't want to miss, so be on the lookout for this episode coming soon. Now, on to the news. Researchers from Check Point disclosed a rather serious vulnerability found in Amazon's popular Echo virtual assistant devices, which could allow an attacker to remove or install skills on a victim's Amazon Alexa account, access their voice history, and acquire personal information through skill interaction when the user invokes the maliciously installed skill. All of this could be done by clicking on a single Amazon link that has been specially crafted by the attacker. The issue was found in certain Amazon subdomains that were misconfigured combined with a cross-site scripting vulnerability to gather a token which could perform actions on behalf of the user. The two vulnerabilities, cross-origin resource sharing or CORS and cross-site scripting or XSS, are extremely common web application vulnerabilities. And when they are combined with a phishing attack, they can have a devastating effect, as we see here with this recent Amazon Echo vulnerability. The good news is that this issue has been fixed by Amazon, but as we all know with the Internet of Things devices, this certainly won't be the last security issue we see with these devices. The best defense for an attack like this is to be careful what you click on, even if it looks like a valid link. This case in particular would have been very hard to detect outside of the phishing email itself. And now a word from our sponsor, Edgewise Networks. The biggest problem in security that remains unsolved are flat networks in cloud and data centers, with unprotected attack paths that allow threats to move laterally to cause data breaches. But microsegmentation using network addresses is complicated and takes too much time. But there's a better approach: Edgewise Zero Trust Auto Segmentation. Edgewise is impossibly simple microsegmentation, delivering results immediately with a security outcome that's provable. At the core of Edgewise Auto Segmentation is Zero Trust Identity, which allows workloads to communicate only after their software identity has been verified. Malicious or unimproved software is no longer allowed to communicate. Identity-based protection provides more coverage with fewer policies to make Edgewise simple to deploy and manage. No changes to the application or network are required. One solution protects virtual machines and containers in the cloud and on-premises. To stop lateral threat movement and prevent breaches, visit edgewise.net for a demo and to see results within minutes. In privacy news this week, The US Department of Commerce and the European Commission have announced that they have started discussions to evaluate the potential for a new EU-US Privacy Shield framework, which would be required to comply with the July 16th ruling from the Court of Justice of the European Union, which has invalidated Privacy Shield and has created more challenges for companies that need to transfer European citizens' data to non-EU countries. If you're not familiar with Privacy Shield, well, it was the framework for regulating data transfers of personal data between the EU and US corporations under EU privacy laws like GDPR. Privacy Shield replaced the former Safe Harbor, which was also declared invalid by the same EU court system back in 2015. Approximately 5,000 companies were participating in said data transfers. So, for example, for Facebook to transfer data from EU citizens to its US-based systems, it would have to agree to process this data according to the Privacy Shield framework. This means that there is potentially millions of dollars at stake for a company like Facebook that needs EU data to run its business. So why was Privacy Shield invalidated? Well, the court focused its ruling on the fact that US surveillance programs were not limited in their data collection of EU citizen data, which by EU law states that only data can be collected that is, quote, necessary and proportional, and that EU citizens did not have actionable judicial redress in the US. Basically, US surveillance law is too intrusive. This news, of course, has caused a firestorm in the privacy community this past week because there are a lot of unknowns, like do current data transfers stop, which could affect the business of over 5,000 companies? This is a developing story for sure, and with economic implications for all of these companies, it will be interesting to see if anything changes with US surveillance law. And in data breach news, Capital One was fined $80 million for their 2009 data breach that affected 106 million of their users. The fine was issued by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, or OCC, which is an independent bureau within the US Department of Treasury that governs the execution of laws relating to banks in the US. According to the OCC press release, Capital One failed to, quote, establish effective risk assessment processes prior to migrating significant information technology operations to the public cloud environment, and the bank's failure to correct the deficiencies in a timely manner. The OCC also stated that Capital One left numerous weaknesses in their cloud-based storage and failed to patch security vulnerabilities. This, of course, led to the infamous hack last year in which former Amazon Web Services employee Paige Thompson was able to access credit card details of over 106 million customers, as well as 140,000 social security numbers, 80,000 bank account numbers, and 1 million Canadian social insurance numbers. In addition to the fine, the OCC has ordered Capital One to enhance its cybersecurity defenses and submit a plan on how they intend to do so. And in related news, Twitter will apparently be fined $250 million by the FTC for the way that Twitter used users' phone numbers and email data, which was supposed to be used for safety and security purposes, for targeted advertising from 2013 to 2019. The fine is because the FTC states that Twitter violated their 2011 consent order that required them to stop misleading users regarding how they protect personal data. And to be clear, this fine has nothing to do with the recent big Twitter hack of high-profile accounts. That's a totally different problem altogether. That's all for this week's show. Visit our website, sharedsecurity.net, for all previous episodes and to sign up for our email newsletter. First-time listener to the show? Please subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the Shared Security Show.